Microgreens, the set it and forget it method. None of this misting it twice a day, petting it, babying it, but this is the result. This is what we're looking for. This is an experiment that I did using just paper towels. We're going to use a bamboo paper towel in order to not get this result where the roots pull this up. This is on a bamboo paper towel to where you can pull it out and the roots don't pull out pieces of paper, and you don't have to clip it, you just rip them out as you need. This is the setup. We're going to start from scratch and show you how to do this. Super simple. Once you get it going, it's hands off, it self waters. This paper towel is down into the water and it goes up and over and down to the other side. I'll show you how that works. And then I have a bamboo paper towel on top, just one of them. And I'll show you that exactly how to set it up. So we'll get going. All right, to get started, I'm just gonna add a little bit of Epsom salts first into the thing here. And then we're gonna add some of this, I add just this clean kelp Bloom City plant food, just a little bit of that into the mix here, just a little. It's pretty concentrated. And then we're gonna add water into that and stir this up. So this stuff should dissolve into here. It's just water, is all. Apparently from the videos, salt, I guess, keeps it from getting fungus in the water. And when we start it off, we're gonna spray it down with hydrogen peroxide, just food grade hydrogen peroxide from Essential Oxygen. That apparently keeps it from getting fungal as well too, as the sprouts start to take root. So we'll set this up in a second. All right, pretty simple. This basket goes down into the liner, but what we're gonna do is this time using paper towels. These are just regular Bounty paper towels, the Selecta size one. So whatever you do, get them long enough to where they'll go over the sides and down into the water, because that's what we're gonna have. The water's gonna wick up through here and then keep the seeds at just the right moisture the whole time so they'll sprout and bloom. Now I also have this one thing I noticed, like I said, if you see this, where the paper towel shreds, well, this is a bamboo paper towel. They're not cheap, they're like 50 cents a sheet, and they're supposed to be reusable, but we don't reuse them in this case because they get discolored, not moldy or anything, just discolored. So this goes down into the basket here, and then this pushes into one side, and let me see if I can do this with one hand, and then the other side. So we got that down in there. You'll see here in a second, it's gonna start drawing water up into the basket, which is what you want. As the roots grow into this bamboo growing medium, as they sprout, then they'll grow into it. And then when you want to eat them, you just pull them and they'll come free, and they don't bring the bamboo with them. In this case, when you pull them, they bring the paper towels with them. And I guess that's more fiber, but that's not really your idea. And so what we're gonna do is put the Rainbow Heirloom is one I use, the sulforaphane mix, and then the superfood microgreen mix, broccoli, kohlrabi. The idea on all this is these microgreens have a lot more nutrients in them, especially the sulforaphane, or sulforaphane, however they pronounce it, a lot more than regular broccoli does. And so you're getting a ton of great nutrients, a little fiber. I use these to make slaw. I'll add them into salads. So it's a lot more like nutritious, but they're really good. They really taste good. They got a little bite to them. Some of the kohlrabi, however you pronounce that, radish, the collards, and the turnips. So I just do a mix of them. I keep rotating them through each time. So what we're gonna do is take a little bit of, let's see which one. Let's do the sulforaphane mix. And basically, some people use a sprinkler. I just kind of sprinkle them onto here. And that didn't work. That's you're going on the experiment with me. So that did not work. Those started bouncing everywhere. So what I'm gonna do is just wet the paper towel down with just a little bit of water, or the bamboo towel down, so these seeds will grab when they go in there. And don't worry about it, the water it kind of self-regulates. So the water goes where it needs to go, down into the tray, and then comes back up as they start sprouting. So let's see if that works better. Yeah, see they start gripping there a little better. And again, I guess you can use a shaker to get this evenly distributed, but not that big a deal. They'll kind of bloom and grow wherever. Some of them, even if you do shake it evenly, they don't. But if you get a dense forest of it, it's getting plenty of light, and I turn the tray to get the light, so it works out okay. All right, after that, get the hydrogen peroxide, take this out, and we'll just spray the seeds down with this. So just a quick misting of hydrogen peroxide. And again, I think that keeps, I don't know if it sterilizes them, probably does. Keeps it from, but I haven't had any mold or fungus grow on my seeds. That is done and ready. All I do is put this on right now. Actually, I'm gonna slide this in just a little bit better so it's down into the tray a little bit better. So it'll work. I just want it to look good as well while it's doing its job. All right, so that's already started, that's already wet right there from the moisture coming up, the water coming up. So we'll put this tray on. I have to go on a trip for 3 days. 3 days from now, these will be sprouted and ready to go. And then I just take the lid off, let them grow. They'll go to this stage and then to this stage in about 5 days. And I'll show you the results from this one when I get back. All right, well, I got home 3 days ago. Had to turn around and go, so I didn't get a chance to video the sprouts growing, but this is the next batch. Did the exact same thing. These are crests though, and this is how they sprout. They'll just kind of, the seeds will, boom, pop open, and it will start growing roots. Did the same thing, exact same process for all these, for these beet greens 3 days later, and the beet greens are starting to sprout. They look beautiful, and they're starting to grow. And this is the original one we just did. It's a little crowded in the center, like I said, but they came out beautifully. This is about 6 days of growth right here. They're ready to eat right now, but they turned out great.